Okay, to be 100% honest, I am only making this video for the views. That is all. So earlier this week, Apple announced 3 new iPhones. iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, and iPhone XR. Now, why did they choose these names? I have no idea. I hate these names personally, but Apple makes them, so I just have to complain to it about Apple. But I'm complaining to it in this video. So Apple released new iPhones like they do every so often. Earlier this week it was iPhone XS, iPhone XX Max, and iPhone XR. Now, these names are the worst phone names I've ever found. While the iPhone XS and the iPhone XX Max have virtually the same guts to them, they're just in 2 different sizes. The iPhone XR starts at $749 for the lowest storage capacity, which is 64 gigabytes. The iPhone XS starts at $999, like the last year's iPhone X, and the XX Max 64 gigabyte model costs $1,099. Yeah, that's too much for an iPhone. The only people that are willing to pay this much for an iPhone is the Apple fanboys out there that are willing to get every single iPhone out there. Now, props to iPhone for making a version under $1,000 for the people who want an iPhone but don't want to pay iPhone prices. Now, this year is the first iPhone to where it has the cheaper option has the same design as the premium models. Although there's nothing budget about the iPhone XR $749 starting price, people are looking for a new iPhone this year could easily gravitate to a relatively cheaper XR. Apple's most expensive iPhone is the iPhone XS Max with a 512 gigabyte storage capacity at $1,449 US. Now, whoever would pay $1,500 for a new smartphone was beyond me. I won't even pay $800 for an iPhone. I'll pay $500 for an iPhone 7 or 8 or even a 6 because the 6 still has a headphone jack. I suggest buying the Note 9 if you're in the market for a $1,000 smartphone. For the 128 gigabyte Note 9, it's $1,000 and you'll have more features, and it's Android, so it's like 10 times better than an iPhone. I don't mean to disrespect you iPhone fanboys or Apple fanboys. I am an Android fanboy, so don't get butthurt. I respect iPhones. It's just that I prefer Android. Enough talking about Android and iPhone names and whatever, Andrew. Just get into the specs. What's the difference between them all? The iPhone XS and the XX Max, 5.8 inch screen and 6.5 inch screen with OLED HDR in it. With also liquid retina displays. I don't even know what that means. You can get it in gold, silver, and space gray. It has a 7 megapixel camera with depth to portrait mode photos, and an A12 Bionic chip, which promises to launch apps 30% faster than 2017 iPhones. You can get it at 64 gigabyte, 128 gigabyte, and 512 gigabytes. IP68 water resistance rating, which is 2 meters deep, up to 30 minutes underwater. Now here's where it gets a little bit skeptical. The iPhone XS should last 30 minutes longer than an iPhone X. An iPhone XS Max claims 1.5 hours longer than an iPhone X. So whatever that means, however long iPhone X lasts you, it'll just add 30 minutes or 90 minutes to it. 3D touch, pressure sensitive screen, iOS 12 software.
Make him spicy, Papa.